Hey guys, I'm back. Thought I'd do a little tool review today on a Jobsite table saw made by Dewalt. Jobsite table saw. This little guy right here, bought about 10 years ago. I was looking for a table saw that I didn't have to have on my floor. I wanted a job site style table saw. I don't do a lot of woodworking. A lot of what I do is metalworking, metal fabrication. I might build something, but it's usually out of metal. Once in a while I'll make something out of wood. So I didn't want a full-time table saw on the floor of my shop. It's just space taken up that doesn't need to be. So I think I went over to Home Depot and started looking at job site table saws. I think everybody makes one. They're all about the same size. This one weighs 45 pounds, give or take a couple pounds. It's light enough I can pick it up and put it on that shelf over there. Top shelf, no problem. Take it down when I need it, work with it, put it back up there. I decided to go with the Dewalt because I knew I was going to have it for a long time and I wasn't going to use it a lot. And I didn't want something that was going to fall apart over time without use. So I went with the trusted name of Dewalt. I don't buy a lot of Dewalt tools, but the ones I have bought, I really like. They are a little bit more pricey, a little bit more expensive, I should say. But it's got everything you need. It's got your, obviously your blade goes up and down. And might I add, that is the original blade that came with the table saw. Hasn't gone dull. I do pay attention to the stuff I cut. I make sure there's no nails, screws, any kind of metal in them that's gonna make the blade go dull. So I do pay attention to what I'm cutting. But that's the original blade that was on the saw when I got it. It does have the tilt for the blade up to a 45. Little lock so you can tilt it, lock it down. It's got a little lock over here for your fence so you can move it into position, lock it down, and it doesn't want to move. This does come off, little latch on each side, pops it off. I don't know what else there is to say about it. I did find a flaw in it that you'll have to pay attention to, but you'll probably have to pay attention to this flaw in about any job site table saw out there. And I'll show you what it is. Take this blade down here so I can turn it over. And it has to do with raising and lowering the blade, which you do a lot. Down here, well, let's flip it over the other way. Steady. We'll find a good way to flip it over here. Some way we can see what we're talking about here. There we go. Now see these planetary gears? That's what raises and lowers your blade, the height of your blade. Now, those are plastic gears, so it's not going to take too much to strip those gears out. And I've noticed a couple different times that I go to raise the blade up and it binds up a little bit. So what you want to do is you want to spray this shaft right here on each side. There's one behind this screw drive right here. And that's what it slides up and down on. So you see I've lubricated it very well. You want to spray that with WD-40 once in a while, and then spray your planetary gears and this mechanism here once in a while with some WD-40 or whatever you feel like spraying it with. I use WD-40 on mine and it works just fine for a few years at a time, but I don't use it that much. So if you don't spray those slides down, those plastic planetary gears are going to strip out real easy, real quick. But I've never had a problem with this table saw. When I noticed it binding up a little bit, I sprayed a little WD-40 on it. Didn't have a problem. A couple years later, it started binding a little bit more WD-40, not a problem. It does have your exit port. You can hook a dust collector to. Pull all the metal, or all the metal shavings, all the wood shavings out of there. And I don't know what else it has. Of course, it's got your blade changing tools over here on the side. These things come with it. I don't use this. Maybe I should. I don't even know how to hook it up on there. I should probably someday start using my safety equipment, but it is what it is. This little guy, your little slide. Keep in mind, this is a job site table saw. This isn't made for getting exact cuts, but it is a little sloppy and it doesn't want to stay perfect in there. The numbers probably aren't the best, but it works for small stuff. And your little handle for pushing wood through. I do use this a lot because I value my fingers. The fence here comes all the way off. Square that up. If you got really inventive, you could probably build a nice wooden bench and sink this into it and have a full-time table saw, which is what I might do instead of buying a full-on table saw. Full-on table saws are pretty expensive and I already have this one. So someday when I have more woodworking room and more need to do woodworking, I'll probably build a wooden bench and set this in it, something bigger. But for now, it's my job site table saw that I store on a shelf over there and get down once every blue moon to use it, but it's never let me down. I like the Dewalt name. They are a little bit more expensive, but for reliability and not having to worry about it, what else can you say? So if you're looking for a job site table saw, if you're looking at this and want to spend the money on it, I would get it. It would get my vote in a heartbeat. But whatever you choose, it's just a review on this particular job site table saw. I'm sure this one isn't even available anymore. One like it, probably, but not this exact one. So always use your safety equipment. Don't take after me. Hook up your guards. But that'll wrap this up, and hope it does you some good. Take it easy out there. I'll be back with more videos of the El Camino project, along with cleaning up the house and get this car back on the road. Take it easy, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more videos, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know how I can improve my videos, what I can do for you guys out there in the YouTube world. Take it easy, guys.